Hi guys, it's Mix here again, and I'm going to take you on a little trip from Lisbon to Évora in Portugal. The back I've got 38 tons of bottled water. As you can see, it's a double trailer, and I just want to show you what's going to happen with the traffic. I've got the traffic set at 5, so G traffic 5, and you guys can have a look-see or an idea of what it feels like to travel with that kind of density. Here we go. First of all, I must say that a double trailer in these small roads, not the easiest of things to undertake, but yeah, let's see what we can do.
Turn left.
Oopsie, sorry. That was almost very bad. Let's see if we can make this turn. Okay, good. Patient traffic, very good. As we drive along, I'm going to give you constant updates on the frames. So I've got this loaded on G traffic 5, so it is quite high. But I'm going to give you, as we move along through the towns and the cities and the open road, what the frame rate is. And currently I'm sitting on 29, 30 frames a second. So it's just a matter of
Exit now.
seeing what the game does while we are driving and how the frames behave. At the moment it's quite good, even though I'm sitting on 29 frames.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
You can see traffic's piled up already. There's some congestion. Some confused drivers don't know what to do. Okay, there's obviously been a collision up ahead. Yep, there's a bottleneck right here. Okay, so you can see what happens when we have G traffic at 5. It's quite intense. What I'm going to do is just to alleviate this, F1, I'm going to freeze the game. I'm going to change the traffic factor to 3 just to clear up the bottleneck. There we go. Now we're going to drive it at G traffic 3 to see what happens. My frames are currently at 59. And let's exit here. I hope nobody dives in.
Exit now.
It's clear. Right, we're going to hit the freeway now. So we're on G traffic 3. And the traffic should start spawning now. You'll notice it's still quite intense, especially on the straighter sections of road where there's less intersections. You'll notice that the traffic does bubble up quite effectively. So this is just to show you, okay, currently frames are 35 and we're going through Lisbon basically. So high density area and the traffic is quite dense. It's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it should peak around 7. Between 5 and 7 is the peak hour.
Keep left.
Frames are currently at 30. And there's traffic everywhere. I've increased my truck density a little since my last video. So you will see a lot more trucks on the road. But that is all something that can be adjusted, and when we get to that video I'll show you exactly what to look out for and what ratios to work with, because having a lot of, especially when you're running a truck mod with a lot of painted trailers, it does suck up the resources of the machine. And I'll show you the loopholes and what to look out for. not to make your game suffer too much. But as you can see, traffic density on 3, and keep in mind that this is a 3-lane highway, and there are blind spots when the prefabs end and new prefabs begin. It's like the game struggles to create spawn points for the AI, especially intersections, gas stations, that kind of thing. The density looks quite nice right now. And also keep in mind that when you're driving in Spain or Portugal, the DLC is not very kind to merging traffic. They'll just dive in. They won't wait their turn. So yeah, you've got to be on the lookout. This stretch of road will give you a good idea of how the density actually works. There's very few intersections coming up now. And you'll notice, I'll change the camera's different angles and give you a rear view angle now. Oh, I've got a box trailer, so you can't really see much. But from the overhead, and there's a train up on the bridge there as well, so density is not bad. Frames in the overhead shot are at 45. In cab, they drop to around 30, 32. And bumper view, they jump back up to about 50. 45, 50. So that shows you the different cameras, how the effect they have on your game. So it's useful to have those camera options as well. Back in cab, and hovering around the 35. Might as well have a view at the train. Okay, now that you've had a look at Traffic 3, I'm going to pause the game and just change that to 5, just increase the traffic again. Obviously everything's going to empty out, but it will respawn, and let's have a look, see how it affects the frames. Traffic will be a lot more dense. I will not suggest to go over 5, you're going to struggle. Your game is going to take a hit. Currently, I'm sitting at 28 frames, so it definitely does affect the performance of the game. Not that it's really visible, but I can see it in my frame counter. If off the screen, you won't be able to see it. There's definitely a resource demand. You can see these. You will not see the backup of traffic now on this at the tollgate because of the fact that we changed the G traffic factor not too long ago, so it hasn't given the traffic a real chance of spawning at the correct, or given it enough time to spawn correctly. I'll just have to deal with this one for now, but hopefully once we hit that next stretch, traffic should
right,
be
and then exit right.
Traffic should be at its optimal.
Exit right.
Let's have a look at a different angle. Let's see if we can keep this on the road now. Frames are hovering around the 45 at the moment. But that's mainly because of all the intersections and prefabs in the vicinity. Okay, we got a collision up ahead. Make a dive to the left, see if I can make it. There, you gave me a chance. Okay, good. Just in time. But as you can see, the traffic resolves itself quite quickly. Even though there are collisions, and I've set the traffic to be a bit on the aggressive side, so we can get some action going on. They still clear out quite quickly.
Keep right, and then exit right.
You can see the congestion up there. Right, we're gonna head off the freeway now. And this is where the frames should really start taking a hit, because we're heading into the urban areas. Let's see what it does. So there's a lot of traffic about. Frames are around 25 at the moment. Still very drivable. I don't have any issues at all. I don't see stuttering. Well, I don't notice it at least. Frames are 35 now. Obviously, if you set your G traffic to 1, the local roads or the quieter roads won't have this much traffic. This is just a repercussion of having the density set at a higher value. But if you want density, that's one way of getting it. Bit of congestion around the roundabout.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Our frames are currently at 21. So yeah, the impact is quite severe when you're using a higher G traffic value.
Exit now.
23, 24. Okay. Still very playable.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
If you're gonna run your game at such a high density, then I will suggest to run the aggression a bit lower. The traffic does tend to
get ready to turn left.
get in its way by itself.
Turn left.
That's only because of the density. It seems they get a bit confused. Frames are 35, 36. That's not too bad. And as you can see, in the cities, the traffic does taper off.
Turn left.
Doesn't kill your resources.
Turn left, and then turn right.
And we're almost at our destination.
Turn right. This is where it ends.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I really did. Something different. And yeah, it keeps you on your toes. Give it that. The traffic is awesome at these rates. Finally the machine will keep up, and it will really be the next level. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Keep watching. There'll be new videos very soon, and shortly we're going to start really getting into the modding side of it. Guys, if you like what you see, subscribe, like, share. Let's get this channel really going. Thanks. Till the next one.